Yes. So we have a number of slides to go through. As I talk now, I think we have about 420 slides for this course. I'm trying to make sure that this is as extensive as possible to give you tools, skills, and competences to be able to even start a career in digital marketing. We are living in a digital world, and I believe that if you get these skills, they will be able to help you in the future or even now. May not even talk about the future, but now. So once again, you are all welcome. So we start our first session by looking at what digital marketing is. We'll basically compare it with the traditional marketing, and we'll see what are the differences. What are the things that digital marketing gives us compared to traditional marketing. So we'll look at the advantages and we basically see what digital marketing has to offer. We live in a connected world. Every time you grab your smartphone, you want to go to the internet. And we are basically saying that access to internet is a human right. That is something that UN declared. That means that being on the internet is like a norm. I believe that we have people who forego certain things just to make sure that they can be on the internet. They can forego buying a chapati and buy a bundle of data. If you want to understand how we are really connected, check in your homes where you're coming from, how many people are actually having smartphones. So it is likely that you have more than one person having a smartphone. Okay, so that means that we are deeply connected. The screen time is actually increasing. The time that we spend on our smartphones is actually increasing. You may actually check what are most of the people actually, the first thing they check in the morning when they wake up is a smartphone. So that also implies that people are spending more and more time in the digital spaces as the years go on. So that means that if people are spending more time on the internet or on digital platforms, then it means that we can leverage that to do a number of things, and especially when it comes to how information is utilized on digital platforms, how people look for information, how people share or distribute this information, and what they do with the information. If you know those things, then it means that you are in position to transform a number of things, whether it is in your professional life, whether it is in a small niche as small as digital marketing. Okay, so just like how the digital spaces or tools have transformed life, that is the same thing that applies to marketing. Okay, and the three spheres of marketing are actually transformed. One is how people search for information. Two, the importance and relevance of brand websites. And then three, issues to do with e-commerce sites. Okay, when you talk about search, is how people search for information on the internet. And then when we talk about brand websites, we're talking about websites for organizations or businesses. And then when we talk about e-commerce sites or websites, we're talking about websites that sell goods and services. Okay. So what is marketing? Marketing is about identifying and meeting human and social needs. Identifying and meeting these human needs. Okay. And then if you don't talk about needs, you can talk about what you call value. Value. For example, all of you are connected to this training because you believe that there is a value for it. By you connecting, you made sure that you have charged your phone, and you made sure that you have bought data, or you are connected to the internet. That is a cost. So you have paid to join this session. What you have paid for is value. Okay. So in marketing, we can say that it's about marketing is about creating value and then making sure that people can see that value and pay for it. That's basically marketing. So in our subsequent sessions, we shall see how do you create digital value, because at the end of the day, you need to have value that you're offering to people or to the potential customers such that they can pay for that value, and then you can succeed. So we can therefore say that digital marketing is about offering of value to consumers and society through digital and social channels. So that's what we can define digital marketing. Value, communicating, first creating that value and then distributing that value or communicating that value. Because if you create value and you have not made people to be aware of the value that you're offering, then the cycle is not complete and you cannot benefit from it. So digital marketing is value creation. You create that value, you communicate that value, and then deliver that value using digital platforms. And that is what we term as digital marketing. So in simple terms, value is anything that people can pay for and receive benefit from it. So they can that value can be in terms of products or in terms of services that are not tangible.